All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Take Your Shot Media Crew presents Double Dribble episode 110. Get the picture with the ABA's best digital artist out there that I've ever seen the entire time I've been part of the American Basketball Association, Mr. Eric Ivie. We'll get to Eric Ivie in just a minute, conspicuous by his absence. Shocker. Not here right now is the Rizzler, Joshua Pangan. I don't want Drew to tell us why or where he thinks he is, so we'll skip over that. And we'll get to Agent Drew, the statistician man with the plan, always has the numbers up or down. He's still on his feet. Hey, Drew, what's cracking, dude?
And another day, just blessed to be up here, man. Every day is a blessing.
Absolutely. Weather is a lot better over there too. Holy crap. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. It's so hot over here. Speaking of being hot in the LA area, we got Vegas Royals national host this year, Coach Anthony McNeely coming to us from Compton, California. What's up, Coach?
He's muted.
You're muted. You're muted.
Oh,
There we
there
go.
we go.
There you
Gentlemen,
go.
good morning. Good morning. It's just hot.
It is
It's
very
warm.
hot. It is very hot.
It is like if a jalapeno had an asshole, it's
Oh my
definitely hot,
God.
dog.
2 minutes into the show, bro. Not even
Hot,
2 minutes
dog.
into the show.
It's
I didn't
warm,
even get to
bro.
give a disclaimer yet.
Bro,
Good
it's all good.
Lord.
It's just warm, bro.
All
Oh,
right, y'all.
geez.
I gotta
But
get
I'm
disclaimers
but we're
before
good.
intros now.
But we're
Damn.
good. We're above.
Bro.
We're on the better side of 6 feet, man.
Oh my
Yep.
We're having a
God.
great. It's the start of a great Saturday, man. We got a good guest, man. We're ready. I'm ready to have some fun today.
Wow. Wow. Conspicuous by his absence should be coming in a little bit is the cameraman, the go baller, George Ochoa. I'm Double R, Ricky Rodriguez. We're about ready to go. Let me get this disclaimer out of the way. The opinions given on this show are the opinions of those giving the opinion and not the opinion directly of Take Your Shot, including things about hot asshole jalapenos, apparently. Um, so there's that. And yeah, so let's get to know Eric Ivie. Eric Ivie, from what I know, Eric Ivie, I've talked to him for a couple of years now. He did nationals last year, which I'm still jealous. I'm really looking forward to doing nationals this year. Hopefully
Yeah.
with you. Hopefully you can come out here to Vegas with us. That would be freaking awesome. 2024, I believe, or even before that. You've
Yep.
been in the ABA. You've covered nationals. You have done hundreds of pieces of your art, and just behind you is at least 20 or 30 right there. You're a girl dad. I don't know if you have any
Yep.
other children. I know you're a girl dad, so we're definitely gonna talk about that. We're really big on that stuff here.
Yeah.
I believe Gabby and Natalie, I believe, is their name.
Yes.
Did I say that right? Awesome. Well, hi to them.
Absolutely.
You take nature photos. I think that's really, really cool. And I think George will think that really is really cool. He's a cameraman as well.
Nice.
Wildlife activist. I think that's pretty awesome.
Yep.
You've worked with the Indiana Lions with a Y and
Yes.
also the Indiana Legends, amongst other teams. And again, you are the official artist for nationals for the American Basketball Association this year, which is well earned, well deserved. And I think it's awesome. And you were part of a co-championship. We definitely got to hear about that. So,
Uh,
Eric Ivie, my dude, we've been talking for months. We've known each other for years. How the hell have you been? Who the heck is Eric Ivie? Tell the world who you are, man. And then we'll bounce off of you and we're going to have some fun. Go for it, dude.
all right. Uh, I grew up all over the country. Grew up in Washington State. Lived in Central Texas for 10 years.
Okay.
Graduated from Texas A&M University, and I've now been in Indiana for wow, 30 years.
Oh, wow.
So I don't have any formal education in terms of graphic design or marketing or anything like that. It's just
Wow.
things that I've learned on my own over the years.
That's awesome.
I actually I blog for our county's tourism board, Visit Hendricks County, and I was sent to the Indiana Lions' very first game as an assignment, and I didn't even like basketball. I've never liked basketball my whole life. I was never any good at it. I didn't understand it. The NBA, to me, is kind of boring because the guys are so tall, they barely have to try. Um, and I didn't enjoy it, the sport. But when I went to the Lions' first game back in 2018, it was against Team Network out of Detroit, and the ABA's pace really intrigued me. The fact that the guys were smaller, of course, than you normally
Hmm.
see in the ABA. Uh, the high scoring, the constant action. It was all just intoxicating, and I got hooked right off the bat, and haven't looked back since.
Man, I got
Uh,
it. Yeah, go keep going. Keep going. I'm sorry.
after the first season, I contacted the Lions and said, "Hey, I see you guys are struggling a little bit with your marketing, and I think I can maybe help." And so I spent the next several years volunteering for the Lions. Tyrone Brown and Deborah Brown gave me a fantastic opportunity, and the whole live streaming and calling games, which is another thing that I do, that stemmed from the Lions. We were on a road trip. I just had my cell phone. I was just keeping the camera on the action, and every now and then I would have some outbursts, some spontaneous outbursts when something exciting happened, and people really seemed to identify with that. So
hmm
it went from there, and found myself down in Atlanta in April, covering the national championship.
Yep, we were watching. We definitely followed that. And then I mean, that's a lot of pressure. People don't understand. I mean, I'm a broadcaster and I get it. And we got a we got Drew does marketing all the time. He's literally got a logo behind him,
Yep.
so we get it. We get it. Okay, cool. So it looks like you said you moved a couple times. Was this
Yep.
military related or is this family related or what
My
was up
dad
with all
is
the
a
moves?
retired college professor.
Oh,
So he
cool.
he taught
Cool.
at Washington State University, which is where I grew up in Pullman. And
Okay.
unfortunately, that part of the country is on fire right now.
Oh no, prayers.
Um, and then he got a job at Texas A&M University, so we moved to Texas.
Okay.
And then while I was in college, he got a job at IU, Indiana University,
Okay.
in Bloomington. And so after I graduated
Hoosiers.
from A&M, I moved up here to be closer to my family.
Okay. So when you were at Texas A&M, was he wasn't still there or he was?
He was there for a couple of years, and then they moved to Indiana.
How awkward. You didn't get him at all? Or they didn't allow it or
No,
how well, what did happen with that? That would have been crazy.
that would have been interesting for sure to have him as a professor in one of my classes. I took
Yeah.
the scenic route through college. It wasn't looking back on it, it wasn't the best way to go through college. It took me two attempts, but got through it the second time.
Okay. I gotcha. I'm in the same boat. You're like, I just got to get my GE out of the way so I could I was in a JC, so I could
Uh-huh.
transfer to Cal State and stuff like that, or to a state school for you guys. I
Yeah.
get that. What about childhood, siblings, no siblings?
I have one younger sister. She's seven and a
Okay.
half years younger than I am, and she lives
Okay.
about 15, 20 minutes south of me.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay,
Yeah.
you guys still have a good relationship, still hang out,
Oh,
still talk
yeah.
and stuff.
We've
Okay.
always been very close despite the age difference.
How does the support that she gives you for what you do or have been doing? How's
Oh,
that go?
she's incredibly supportive, as are my parents. They're my sounding board. I was, well, every game that I do live, I'm in constant communication with my parents and sometimes my
Oh, cool.
sister. Um,
That's
you
really
know,
cool.
That
they
is
let me
cool.
know your volume isn't working, your camera's not working.
We get that a lot too, trust me.
Yep. You
Even
sound like an
rando.
idiot, that kind of thing.
That too, we get that many times. What the hell did you just say? What did George just say? What? Yeah. No, trust me, we get that as well. And let's talk about the three girls that mean the most. Wifey and your
Yep.
princesses. Like, how does that, your queen and your princesses, how's their support? And how do they take it when you said, hey, I'm going to this semi-pro team? And then even this year when you said, man, I get to be the artist for every single one of these teams, and
Yep.
we use your logo. It's literally behind me. You
I
know,
know. I
it's
like
our logo that you
that.
revamped, and I really, really enjoyed it.
I had a logo,
So
but I had a logo that I was gonna put on display today,
it
but
was cool.
I was informed that we had to change the color scheme and everything. So
Ah,
yeah,
damn. If you guys don't know, Minotaur Media, which we'll get into as well, has a relationship also with the Vegas Royals, and they have a
Yep.
kick-ass logo. That's
Yep.
all I gotta say about that. So family's super supportive. That's always good because if you get the ones that are like, Dad, you're crazy. What the hell are you doing? Like that hurts, man. Like
Yeah.
I love my kid, but sometimes he doesn't want to go to my events because he's like, oh great, we're going to another basketball game. Oh, we're going to another baseball game. We're going to whatever. I don't want to film. I'm like, dude, I'll pay you. All right, let's go.
Yep.
Like he's 15.
Yep. I
So
saw
I
that.
get that, and
Recently
Pretty much.
15.
oh yeah, yeah, he just turned 15 exactly. And
Yep.
McNeely, he has a teenager as well. So, and then Drew
Mine to
has.
be 14 next month.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
wow.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, before we get into basketball, one of the best basketball players that ever lived, Kobe Bryant, was a girl dad. What
Yes.
is girl dad life like? And what is something that would be different if you were, not just a girl dad, either you had both or you had boys? Like, what is something you're like, man, being a girl dad is so awesome because X, Y, and Z.
I think it's awesome for me because I'm a pretty protective person by nature. And
Okay.
so I always feel the need to protect my daughters from um, not so much the world as a whole, because they need to learn to be adults and they need to learn how to have thick
Yeah.
skin
No, of course.
and that sort of thing. But protect them from cruelty from others, and just kind of the challenges in life that they're going to come across and they're going to have to figure out a way to overcome on their own.
Hmm.
And so that's been something that I've really enjoyed teaching my daughters throughout their lifespans. My oldest is 20, and she's a student at Ball State University.
Oh wow. Okay.
She is
Nice.
studying speech pathology,
Oh wow.
and
Okay.
my youngest is 19, and she's going to Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology here in Indiana. She'll be a sophomore studying to be a civil engineer.
Awesome.
So
Nice.
we've been very blessed, my wife and I, to have two very smart, very driven young ladies for daughters. They were both in the top 15 of their class in high school. They both get straight A's in school. They've both been on the dean's list every semester or quarter.
Oh,
Uh,
congratulations.
well, thank you.
That's awesome.
We've been real fortunate that neither one of them has gotten into any trouble, any legal trouble.
Mm,
They're not interested in alcohol, drugs, tobacco, anything like
knocking on
that.
wood for you for all of that
Well, I
stuff.
appreciate
The
it.
the psycho boyfriend, the bad boyfriends. Oh yeah, I hear
Yeah.
you. I have a little niece, and I'm like I'm not looking forward to those times. And I had some non-blood nieces that grew up, and they're like, oh, Uncle Ricky, so and so's giving me problems. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Time to make some phone calls.
Uh-huh.
Like, yeah, no, we get that, bro. We get that. And
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 I've
then the
had
other,
those conversations with my girls, and I think
yep,
they know if they need me, I'm
no,
there, and it's going to
absolutely,
get ugly.
no, 100% all dads are hearing that. And that's for, yes, main and a lot of girls, but for any even your yeah, with sons, it's like, dude, I'm gonna let you screw up,
Right.
but when you get to a certain point, let me know, and I will be right
Absolutely.
there with you. And don't be afraid to tell me anything. Trust me, we've been there. I've been there recently. I'm gonna leave it
Yep.
at that. Okay, cool. And then wifey, she's always been cool with you going to any of these other teams. I mean, you sign on with Vegas and you're in Indiana, like she's like, dude, why are you with all these other teams and stuff?
Yep. She's a bit of a basketball widow, of course, but
Oh,
she's
okay.
also a hockey widow during the NHL season. I'm a huge hockey fan.
Gotcha.
Um, but yeah, she's been very supportive. I've been so fortunate to have her in my life for 27 years. We've been
Awesome.
married for 25. Uh, she is, she's my rock. She's my best friend. She puts up with me at my worst, and she's there to support me always. So
I
she's
love that.
been tremendously supportive.
Hmm.
And my daughters are actually my business partners.
Well, that's
So
cool.
they are part of Minotaur Media as well.
That's awesome. And I will definitely get into Minotaur Media next. Before I do that, I do want to give my panel a little chance to talk. Drew,
Sure.
I know you're going to assignment, so I'll let you go next. After hearing what you've heard, whether it's background, family, support, or the Minotaur Media, what do you want to ask Eric Ivy?
Just start out to his craft. It's difficult being sometimes behind the scenes. Sometimes you don't get the credit due, but there's a passion and a reason why we're all netted together. Ricky and them doing the commentary, George on the camera, Ant doing the coaching, me doing stats, and it's just part of it. It's like it's a culture,
Yeah.
and you kind of grow into it You know, shout out to all that. I'm obviously not a father of any kind. I would rather babysit knowing that I can get rid of the kids after they're not mine. But it's just he's doing big things there with that, and like, yeah, sometimes college isn't for everyone.
Hmm.
I'm a known two-time college dropout, but that doesn't. I'm double platinum when it goes to Kanye albums with that. But but in reality, it's just like, if you're doing something you love,
Hmm.
there is no, it never be feels like work.
Exactly.
Right.
It sounds
Yep.
like, Eric, you are like, you love what you do. You love that you're around and you get to network, and it never
Hmm.
really is a job. And when you have that support, whether it be the wife, whether it be your kids, whoever it is, if they believe in you too, they're going to believe in doing in themselves. And
Yeah.
that's both dividends for them to
Hmm.
pursue whatever they have a passion for.
Right.
Hmm.
I really enjoy, I actually enjoy being behind the scenes. I'm not a big fan of being in the spotlight. This interview is very
Yeah, you and I have talked
awkward
about
for
that.
me.
You and I have talked about this in the past.
Yeah.
Yep.
The camera's pointing the wrong way. It should be
No,
the other way.
no, I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah,
But
yeah. It's some don't like the camera, but me, I like to talk.
sure.
And it's like when I have to listen to Ricky so much, blah 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 blah. It's like, come on,
I get that a lot from people.
but it's
Yeah.
he bogarts the conversation
I
sometimes.
will,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. Well, you're the host. That's what
I
But
happens.
you're the
really
host.
enjoy
Or
But
I
but
really
but but
enjoy interacting
but
with all
yeah,
of my clients from all over the country.
hmm
I have male clients, female clients, all different races, all different
hmm
backgrounds, and I just enjoy learning about things that are new to me. And so when I take on a client from, say, Las Vegas, I've been there a couple times, but I don't know
hmm
much about the area. And
Don't know
so
the lifestyles
when
and
Coach
stuff. Yeah.
Ant reaches out, I always enjoy talking to him,
Yeah.
and
yep. Never
it's
stop learning.
No, exactly. That'll be a good
yep.
segue into coach in just a second. And you just mentioned giving love to all other organizations. I want to give a shout out. I should have did this at the beginning to the Delaware Dogs. Dover was just hit with a huge tornado. So
Oh
we're
boy.
we're praying
Oh,
for Mac, and we're praying for the dogs, and we're praying for the lady dogs and all that East Coast area right there. So Minotaur
oh
Media, Take Your Shot
goodness.
Media Crew, Goat Sports Agency, Goat Sports Marketing is praying for you guys. So I just wanted to put that
Absolutely.
out there. Coach, he talked about Vegas. Let's segue into you. What do you want to talk to Mr. Minotaur Media over here?
Well, this was kind of like a shocking kind of turn of events because we've had multiple conversations
Mm-hmm.
before we actually committed to his services.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's we've had like I said we've had multiple conversations about his work, just him as a person as a whole, and it was just something that I know myself can get behind. I'm real big on family. I'm real big on loyalty and trust. I'm real big on doing it the right way, or at least trying to. And those were all of the qualities that Eric had at the time. So it made sense. And then also too, it also gave us an opportunity to give the owner of our team a break. And if he was willing to do all of those things. I said, oh, okay, well, I got somebody who likes doing that sort of thing, overextends itself a little bit. So let me see if he wants the help. And it was something that an extra service that I wasn't too familiar with, and we talked about it. I say, hey man, let's get this ball rolling, man. And so far, the work has been really really good.
Thank
And
you.
he's been no, you're welcome. He's been very open to collaboration, to new ideas. Very very responsive. Um, and he'll tell you what works and what doesn't work. And he's very open, and what's the word I'm looking for? Um, he's able to pivot wherever you want to go. So I have nothing but great things to say about Eric for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
Well, thank you, Coach Ant. I really appreciate it. And those are all the things that we're striving to do, myself and my daughters both. The minor league world is a chaotic one by nature. schedules change, logos change, players change,
Hmm.
and you constantly have to be ready to, as you said, pivot. And uh, I think my 8 years of being around the ABA has really helped me understand that things can go south in a heartbeat, and you got to be ready to pivot. And we made passing mention of it before. The co-championship was one of
Okay, we'll jump
those
into that.
very unexpected things that
Bro.
everybody had to pivot. So,
Yeah. Okay. So I was gonna wait a little longer, but what the hell? Let's jump into it. So, okay. And I will get passionate about this because I hate ties. I don't believe in
yep,
ties. I can't stand ties. Extra innings make me pull my hair out when I'm at work at the stadium. Um, but
yep,
you were a member of the Indiana Lions, Lyons, taking on the Birdie River Buckets. And it made it worse because the
yep.
organization we were working for made it to nationals that year, I believe, or it was the year after. I think they made it. No, it was the year after. We
Oh,
had
they made it. No, no,
Drew
no.
was with them, the Suns, and we had just went to the Hounds.
Okay.
We just went to the Hounds, but I still was like, oh my God, the Suns are there. Blah blah blah. They lose to the Burning River Buckets, clean as
Hmm.
day. They lose clean as day, whatever. But then, due to a hard tornado, um, I know Joe's gonna see this and yell at me, but whatever. Um, they canceled the game. Mind you,
Yeah.
they had the All-Star game before, and they had the three-point challenge or whatever it was before the game. So they could have had
Hmm.
the game earlier, but they didn't. The roof got damaged. They left for safety. Totally understand. Totally cool. The part that gets me and gets me riled is the fact that they didn't do a makeup game. And the part that pisses me off is because I noticed we're here on the West Coast that the East Coast, they always have a month or so later, always have an East Coast All-Star showcase. And I'm like, well, shit, if you could do that, why can't we do a one game neutral site final and get a
Right.
winner? You know, that the co-championship really, really stirred a lot of people the wrong way, including
Yeah.
me. And I'm a very understanding person. But I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, they couldn't do it 3 days later. They couldn't do it a week later, a month later. Hell, a couple months later. We just wanted a winner, you know? And I
Yeah.
mean, you really got to think about it. And you were with the Lions at the time. It was the Lions and the Burning River Buckets. You guys
Yes.
work, these guys work, if you're going to count full season, August to March
Uh-huh.
every weekend, August to March, not mentioning practices, not mentioning camps, not mentioning charity events they do. They work hard,
Yeah.
and to not get a reward for it, and yeah, you get a co-championship, but that no, yeah. I'm gonna go to coach for this one because I'm gonna go off the rails right now, and I don't want to.
Well,
So I'm gonna go.
well,
Yeah, go
well. Here's the
McNeely.
here's the thing. First of all, disclaimer. Any of the opinions given on this show are from the panelists. Well, and they're the opinions of said panelists have nothing to do with Take Your Shot Media Crew. They are given as an individual, not as a brand and or group of the show. Thumbs up here.
That's fine.
Now, um, giving that set of circumstances, that was interesting because now the whole roofing situation of where nationals was held, I had no idea about that. So that's news.
It was
That's news.
St. Louis, Missouri, wasn't it? Yeah, St. Louis,
Yeah, it was
Missouri.
in yeah, it
Just
was in St.
outside of
Louis.
St. Louis. Yeah. Jefferson College.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was news to me. So okay, cool, fine. But I felt like they had all summer to schedule one game. And then and the way how I and the way, in my opinion, all opinionated, by the way. Um, I feel whoever had the higher seed should have been able to choose neutral ground
Well, it would have been the Lions
or
at the time. Yeah.
or coin
Yes.
flip or coin flip for the national championship. If you're not going to do a home game, great. Let's find a neutral site.
Yeah.
for,
Sure.
You're still there.
but
You
can
cut off towards the end.
that the ABA will pay for, but you have to make it. You have to make it.
Right.
So I felt that would have been fair, or look, have a home game. So I think the national championship was what, the Lions and who else?
And it was Indiana and Ohio, right?
Yeah,
Indiana and
Burning
Ohio.
River
Oh,
Buckets out of Cleveland.
oh,
Hmm.
bro. So that's what, a 6 hour drive, 6, 8 hours.
5. Yeah, it's about 5.
It's like,
Oh, listen, drive to Indiana, drive, drive, or you know what? What's in the middle? Lexington.
Boy, what would be in the middle? Maybe Dayton, Ohio?
Meet in the middle.
Yeah.
Meet in the middle. I believe there's an ABA team close to Dayton, Ohio.
There's one in Akron. Yes.
Hey, listen, get in touch with them. See if they can get their venue.
or any
See if the
venue.
ABA will pay for it. Have a game. That's probably the most respectable answer I can give.
Hmm.
It's
But
very hard for us.
but okay, if it's not giving either team the advantage,
Right.
you're putting both teams in the middle,
Hmm.
and both fan bases show up to games.
Oh, yeah.
At the time, and Eric will probably, and again, I'm in between California and Nevada, so
Yeah.
this is all based off my opinion. And from what I saw on YouTube, fans show up to those games. The
Hmm.
Midwest and the Midwest, the East and the South, they show up. So I felt that would have been a great time for marketing strategy.
Mm-hmm.
That'd have been a great time to see a new market. That would have
Yep.
been a great time to host a game in Dayton, Ohio, or no, I'm sorry, in Akron, Ohio, which
Uh-huh.
would be which probably they would have seen a national championship. That'd have been something good for them, for their community.
Sure.
And again, it's neutral. It's neutral. So it's not like Indiana wouldn't travel. Indiana loved their sports.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then the Burning City River Buckets. That's the first time. Now they're out of
Oh,
Ohio too.
Ohio.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
they're out of
so
Cleveland. Hmm.
they would have traveled too.
Oh,
They love
absolutely.
they
And you
they
guys
love their sports too.
and the thing that people don't notice, because like us Californians don't like to travel as much because the state's so freaking big. You guys travel all the time because everything's closer to you guys. I mean, that's the
Yes.
equivalent of us going to like San Francisco.
Right.
That's the equivalent, but you guys are all different states, so it seems like you're going further. But you guys can do that kind of stuff. So before I
Sure.
go to you for your reaction, being a member of the Lions, I want to go to Agent Drew because I know he's got to get to assignment. I know, Drew, go ahead, try to behave and give a disclaimer before you talk because you're as passionate about this crap as I was.
Yeah, I mean the opinions are those of each guest. This is not affiliated to Take Your Shot Media Crew, Goat Stats, or Goat Sports and Marketing Agent E or Agent Drew in that opinion. So leaving it at that,
Thumbs
it
up.
was because I had it. My team that I was part of at the time was part of it, of Nationals. We
Yeah.
lost to the Burning River Buckets, unfortunately. So we got distinguished as a co-semifinalist,
Finalists.
a semifinalist due to it because of the co-championship. So, and it was heartbreaking because, like you say, you put in the time, you go to the training camps, you put in the work, guys working regular jobs, maybe they gotta shuffle their schedule around, they gotta drop off their kids sometime, maybe with the baby mama or whatever, in order to play basketball. And
Sure.
now you're ending the season with a co-championship because, oh my God. And the thing that irritated the most out of me was when I found out that Joe Newman left the day before.
We're friends with Joe Newman, by the way. We interviewed Joe Newman and we're good with Joe Newman. Carry
We're
on.
good. But that's why. Once I found out that he left the day before, it's like he got the warning that something was a brewing before that tornado hit, and or whatever it was, the storm hit. So me, it's like neglect the freaking All-Star game and just play the final, which is everyone paid for the
Yeah.
stream, everybody paid for admission to be there at Jefferson College. Play the freaking game. That
Didn't
was
we?
my
Go ahead. Sorry.
and then what it made it is that later we ended up interviewing both the Lions and Burning River
On the same
and
show.
they were so like, look, pretty much they were told you need to take the co-championship or nothing. That's what they were told. I remember that they
But
said
now
that.
we'll get
That
firsthand. Maybe we'll see what happened with Eric. Maybe there's a different story too. So,
I don't know
Drew, you
firsthand. I'm
froze.
only going off of what I
take the
was told.
co-championship or you got nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
So,
so that to
that's the
me kind of
message that was
irritates.
relayed to us.
Yeah. So
see,
kind of
that's not okay.
to me that handcuffed it, and it made it feel like okay, we've put you invest a lot of time and money. You got to get venues. You got to get a fan base. You got to make jerseys. You got to pay for basketballs. You put a lot of money into the ABA, and now you're not crowning a championship. And both team owners at the time when we interviewed them literally said, "Yes, we wanted to play a game.
They
Heck,
did.
we'll do a
Yes.
game right now if it's that to make it to see who was on top of one." Because the co-championship is like, okay, wait, you're gonna give me the trophy on Monday and then I'll take
Mm,
it back on Tuesday?
yeah. It's like
Like, no,
custody agreement.
exactly. It was just
I
didn't
remember,
like how it ended. I didn't like
uh
it at all. It
but
just looked
didn't,
like the lazy way out.
yeah. I mean, I think we asked Joe about it too, and he had a tried to explain the details, but remember the Burning River coach? He said, "Yeah, we'd travel in a second. We'd travel all the time
Exactly.
anyway." So, and
Exactly.
Eric, you said you didn't hear or see anything direct. Again, this is the opinions of just you,
Right.
not Take a Shot Media Crew, Minotaur Media, or anybody else.
Sure.
We just want to know what you saw, maybe what you
Yeah.
heard,
What's your
possibly.
rebuttal to all this?
So again, I didn't have firsthand knowledge of any conversations between Joe Newman and the
Okay.
coaches or any of the other league officials.
Okay.
But the two team owners took both teams down into the basement where we had spent quite some time earlier waiting for this storm to pass, and broke the news that there was going to be a co-championship. And that's the message that they both relayed to all of us, the players and staff, that it was this or nothing. And of course, the Lions had offered to host a championship game in Indiana. Burning River Buckets and the Lions had played each other twice during the regular season. The Buckets had won both games. So there was an argument by the Lions that we're the higher seed, so we should either
Hmm.
get the championship or host the makeup game. And of course, the Buckets had a different perspective saying, well, we beat you twice during the regular season. We should be the ones who are the champions and who should
Which,
host the game.
They
which
did
is
beat them twice. That's
which
true.
is a valid point.
Absolutely.
Also a
Absolutely.
valid point. Which is
Yep.
Yep.
so both teams had a valid point. So again,
Yep.
Yep.
neutral
And
site would
that's
have
where
been fair.
I agree.
that's where you flip a coin. You flip a coin if you can't have a concrete like
That's who can be home.
consensus.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what it should
So
have been. Yeah.
we were all just kind of stunned. And the Lions at the time had a really good player named Gerald Campbell.
Hmm.
And I remember looking at Cam and mouthing to him, "Are you okay with this?" And I'll never forget his response. He was like, "There's nothing we can do." I mean,
And that's ridiculous.
yeah.
That's
And
ridiculous.
I can tell you the Burning River Buckets were just as upset as the Indiana
Oh
Lions
yeah.
were. I spent a good
Of
amount of
course.
time with the Buckets head coach
Hmm.
immediately after, and I don't want to get too much into that because it was a very personal and private
No, of
conversation.
course, of
But
course.
Fine.
Oh, absolutely.
but he kept saying, "This is not how it's supposed to end. This is
Agreed.
not how it's supposed to
Hundred.
end."
100%.
100%
And
agreed.
he was just inconsolable, and
Yeah.
I totally get it. And I'll say another thing for the Buckets. Their owner, George, he was an absolute class act.
Hmm.
Absolutely. He's the one who led the discussion downstairs with both teams. There was
All these young kids are going there.
Hmm.
no classlessness or anything. He was the penultimate professional. And I really gained a ton of respect from him. I already
Hmm.
respected him to begin with, but
For all
George
the
was a
things
class act.
probably.
No, I appreciate that. And we appreciate you giving us your side of the story, being there firsthand and so a player's output and stuff.
Reaction.
Because we've seen, even from like semifinals and stuff, we see and have seen
Anywhere to park.
reactions to stuff. Drew, I can hear you talking.
Oh,
Drew, shut up. I'm talking. No, just kidding.
just
Inside
shut
joke.
up, Ricky.
Inside joke. Anyway, so let me tell you one thing, Eric, that will not happen this year because Anthony McNeely runs a great ship along with Dominic Watson, and Vegas wouldn't put up with that crap. So we will get
Yeah.
a
Well,
winner
we
this year,
we
guaranteed.
appreciate that.
Guaranteed we will get a winner. Again, I really hope that you can make it out this way. I know it's a little bit of a distance, but if you do, I guarantee you Dom and Ant will make it worth your while. They'll take care
They'll
of you.
treat you like royalty. No
I
pun
God,
appreciate that,
Drew, damn
Derek.
it, really? Not even
Ah,
35 minutes into the show, you got the dad jokes.
But no, but
ah.
God,
it's kind of
mother.
funny hearing. It's kind of I wanted. That's why I wanted to hear Eric's reaction to this. Was
Yeah.
like we didn't know what was happening
Yeah.
underneath in the silo, so to speak.
Stop it. Stop it.
The
Just
war
stop it.
room, as they would call it, down below in the basement. But it's
Yeah,
kind of funny how like because I think I got that kind of opinion and felt that kind of energy from Burning River, if I remember when we did the
sure.
interview. Was like, yeah, this guy's classy. They're both
No,
classy
they were
owners,
very classy, both of
Yes,
them.
but it was just
absolutely.
like to know that they really were pushing to play a game, and unfortunately, the ABA, like I said, it pretty much
Mhm.
stonewalled
They
them and said,
handcuffed him,
"Nope, you
which was,
either."
yeah. And
It was just
yeah,
sad.
I agree.
Yeah,
And it's crazy after interviewing Joe, it's like you wouldn't think that he would be the one that would initiate that. So with the personality he has. And we were just like, how? Like, why? Was
Well,
it a
it's funny
time thing? Was
because
it a
when we
money thing?
interviewed
Like,
Joe, he's like, "You play the game to win." He
yeah,
even
he
said,
wanted to, from what he said, he wanted to do it, you
but it
know?
was the other two that are running the ABA
Yeah,
at the
I'm
time.
not, I'm not gonna, yeah.
It's our opinions.
It's
We
our
can be entitled
opinions.
to.
Yeah, in a nutshell, I would say, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to something else. Again, we are sponsored by E1 Connect Marketing. Unfortunately, I lost the card. Sorry, Donovan. You guys, if you got a new business out there, you guys want to get it some recognition online, Donovan and Malia Hilton will help you out, and they're very, very good at what they do. Go to e1connect.com and they'll help you get noticed. Because again, before you work with the brand, you got to believe it. All right, so Drew's about to leave. Drew, do you have anything? We usually do this at the end, but I'm gonna let Drew do his closing segment with you, Eric, because he has an
sure.
assignment. Do you want to do your off the hoof real quick, especially with all the
Sure,
businesses this guy's been a
sure,
part
off
of?
the hook. Sure, I'll
Yeah,
do off the hook. My hoof is right here. So, it's well, Eric. It sounds like you got a great head on your shoulders. Very
Thank you.
experienced. You got passion for what it is. So, had you not took the route that you're on now, would there have been anything that you would have put the same
good
heart,
question.
desire,
Great
and
question.
fire into if it
Great
wasn't
question.
sports?
Um, I've always been a huge sports fan. Uh I don't know if I had not gotten this opportunity with the Indiana Lions, I don't know if I would have ever gotten involved with minor league sports. Um, Minor league sports have always been my favorite because simply you can connect with the people. You can connect with the guys who are playing the sport, whatever it is, baseball, basketball, whatever. You can connect with the coaches. You can connect with team owners. I mean, I would have never met a man like George with the Burning River Buckets had I not been involved in minor league sports, and I'm certainly never going to meet the owner of the Indianapolis Colts. So it's
Don't
it's
say
an
never.
entirely
Don't ever
different
say never.
arena.
Don't ever say never. You never know.
It's just an entirely different experience. It's a more personal experience, and that's what I really enjoy.
Hmm.
It's a less polished product for sure, and I actually enjoy that too. I like the surprises that, sometimes dunks miss, sometimes shots miss, sometimes some miracle shot goes in. Um, and so I'm really thankful to the Lions for giving me that opportunity. And then these last couple of years, I've been off doing it on my own, and I've been with the Indiana Legends, and they've been tremendous as well. Um, as far as what I would have focused my energy on, probably parenting for sure, and my work, my full-time job.
Okay.
Yes, it's that feel. Sometimes in the minors, semi-pro, it feels a little more homey. It feels a little more family environment
Hmm.
compared to like the pro level. When you get to the pro level, you got to deal with egos. You got to deal with there's more budgets. They're gonna cut you and stuff. You're not really concrete, but with at least with the minor systems, you feel like you can talk. Everyone's on the same level, obviously,
Right.
but
Yeah.
there's no one putting one above the other, and it feels like I could run over to Ricky if I had to. I could run
Sure.
over to Ant. I could run over to George. I could run to any of these guys, and we all got each other's back. We're not going to hold one title over each other because we're all on the same playing field, and that's how I feel
100%.
like with the minor league. So keep doing your craft. Definitely, hopefully, get you out to Vegas for nationals in April. You'd have a fun there. Remember, whatever stays in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. But I'm gonna jump off here. Best of
All
luck
right.
to the rest. Best of luck this season with every team and teams that are watching this right now. If you have not hired Minotaur Media to do
What are you
anything for
doing?
y'all, you are missing out.
Oh,
Agreed.
thank you, Agent Drew.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All
Appreciate you,
right. Be
Goat.
safe, Drew. Later.
Thank you.
We'll catch up later. We'll catch up with you later, dude.
Yes, sir, Ant.
All right. So we're approximately about 20 minutes left to the 1 hour mark. Eric, Ivy, are you okay for maybe another 20 minutes or so after
Sure.
that? Are you okay? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Because I want to hear some of this non-basketball stuff. But this is where me and Ant just get to be silly. Okay,
Right.
dude, you're an animal activist. I think that's amazing. I have dogs, I have cats. At one time in my life, I had 4 dogs, 4 cats, 2 birds, and like 10 fish all at once, and it was crazy. But you go out and take nature shots. You have these
Yep.
really cool nature shots on your Instagram. So shout out to you for that. I couldn't do that if I
Thank you.
wanted to. Um, but first off, I want to ask you about. I know you're in Indiana, but did you guys ever get to hear about Jackie and Shadow, the bald eagles out here at Big Bear?
I
Okay,
did.
so
Yes.
unfortunately, Jackie just passed away
I heard.
about a
Yeah.
month ago or something like that. Of course, Shadow's already moving on because that's nature. He's already got a
Sure.
new girlfriend. I think her name's Katie, KD. So, which is funny because that's my niece's name. But everybody went into a frizzy for like 2 years or whatever it was, following these bald eagles and these eaglets. Um, why I gotta ask you, I mean, what is so fascinating? And I love animals, don't get me wrong, but what gets people like over the top? Like they have to be online and watch literally who is it? Andrea Barber from Full House. She's from our area here in Whittier. But she's diehard Jackie Shadow. Like I
Uh,
listened to her podcast on Tuesday. Shout out to How Rude Tanneritos. I love that freaking podcast. But she talked about Jackie and Shadow like all freaking time. Oh, I had to check in on Jackie and Shadow. I had to see the eaglets. I had to see what they were doing. What is it that gets people, the nature community, let's say, to get so passionate about something about like that? What do
I
you
think
think?
it's I think it's something we don't see all the time. I mean, so many of us live in a concrete jungle that we don't see a whole lot of wildlife. We don't see a whole lot of nature. I'm fortunate enough to live outside of Indianapolis,
Okay.
uh, where our half of our county is pretty rural.
Okay.
Half of it is the populated half, and I work for our county's park system.
Oh, cool.
So we have
Like
a
Parks and
couple of.
Recs.
I'm sorry.
Like,
Like Parks and Recs.
Yes. Uh-huh.
okay, cool. Okay.
Yep. Uh, so I spend a lot of time out at our parks, out in nature. We have bald eagles in our parks.
Cool.
So, I was passively aware of the eagles out there, but I wasn't
Mhm.
as hooked
Oh,
on them
dude.
as
It,
folks who may
it was
not
a
see eagles.
it was
And
a craze out here. It was
yeah,
nuts. And it was right here in
um,
Big Bear. It's like 45 minutes, an hour away from where
uh-huh.
I'm at?
Yep. And of course, the bald eagles are a national symbol. So
Yeah. Well,
there's that
and just put it
aspect.
out there, it's illegal to kill a bald eagle.
Yes.
So
Yes, it
people,
is.
we just no, sadly, someone did just that a couple days ago, and they're definitely not going to see the light of day for a while. So
Nope.
it's just not right. It's just not right. So same thing
Well,
with
that well,
bears,
well, that's
bears
the
and other
bird. Well,
animals like that.
that's the bird of the country, though.
Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. Well,
Yeah.
a bear, any endangered animal, there's a lot out here. So, and I know in the Midwest, you guys have a lot of
Hmm.
different endangered animals as well. So, if you're
Yep.
an activist out there, shout out to you guys. Just be, my thing is, I don't like when people push their stuff on people.
Sure.
I'm all for, hey, do you want to come on a nature walk with us? And this
Mhm.
is for sexuality, religion, drugs. This is for sports. Ask them once. If they say no, leave them alone. I'm
Right.
gonna get on my rant right now, but leave them alone. I'm a Christian and I don't push that on anybody. I'll be like, hey, I go to church and I don't go to church all the time. I'll put that out here. I don't go to church on Sundays all the time, but I always say God bless to everybody. I always say I love you to my male friends, my female friends. It doesn't matter. I
Yep.
always say God, I have a tattoo. It says God has his reason. Smile now, cry later, because of stuff that I've been through. And
Sure.
I feel that even if you don't go to church every day or Sunday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever it is, depending on what church you go to, you could still make an impact. You know,
Absolutely.
giving homeless, helping out the homeless, sitting with the homeless veteran, helping the kids in the community like what you're doing. Hey, a lot of them don't have mentors, don't have dads, don't have moms, stuff like that. I remember I had to leave one of my after school jobs because I got more hours at another job for closer to my career. And one of the girls wrote, and she's probably in college now, but she was a sixth grade girl at the time. She said I was the only father figure she had. And I started crying. Like
Yeah.
this is the kind of stuff that you deal with in life.
Yeah.
With nature, it's the same thing. It's like we're trying to protect certain things, certain animals, certain areas. Yosemite out here by us,
Yep.
is major where people are trying to start fires and always start issues and tree cutting and all this stuff. And we have bears out there and we have,
Yep.
stuff like that. And then the sequoias are like 1,000 years old or more,
Hmm.
so yeah, see, I know my nature, not as good as you. I know my nature,
I'm
and
impressed.
and I respect it and I love, and I'm not a big outdoorsy guy, but I,
Uh-huh.
I like going on the nature walks with the rangers and learning stuff and learning the
Yeah.
history. And people need to do more of that. They need to get off their
And
damn phones and they need to go do more of that.
that's exactly what our
None.
naturalist staff provide is those educational experiences in settings where nature is protected. We don't allow hunting. We don't allow
Oh,
a whole
cool.
lot of stuff in there so that we try to minimize the impact on the wildlife in our parks.
Okay.
And so in turn, you get to see a lot of cool stuff. You see deer walking through, you see
Hmm.
bald eagles, you see all kinds of, you know, great blue herons and
Oh, cool.
stuff like that people get really excited about. And it's neat to watch nature be nature.
Yeah, over here, I mean, even in the city, we get a lot of hawks, a lot of falcons, we get
Uh,
vultures,
yep.
all the predators. Um, we gosh, what else? Obviously we have the bears. We get a lot of bears.
Yep.
There's certain birds that are protected as well. A lot of
Mhm.
like
Towards the
lizards are
desert,
protected.
you'll get deer.
Deserts, yeah, there's certain, isn't there like certain snakes, certain lizards that are protected as well, I
Yep.
believe.
Probably.
So
Hmm.
I think that's really cool. I want to talk about a story. Ant's gonna freak out because I don't know how he feels about this. You found a bat in an air vent? What the heck was that, dude? Look at his face. Look at his face. Look at his face.
Man, you did your research, Ricky.
That's right. I have to get my research. What do you get?
Investigative reporter over here, man.
Damn right.
Yeah.
I gotta hear this story because I don't know what I would do if I saw a bat in an air vent. Not only that,
Well,
but y'all took it in? What?
yeah.
What? I did that with a possum before,
Rabies,
but a
though.
bat? Wow, I want to hear this. I
Nah,
gotta hear
bro. Rabies, dog. Rabies.
He's freaking right now. I want to hear it. What happened? Was it the family? Was it the Rangers? Was it? Okay,
It
I want
was
to hear
the
this.
family. We were sitting in our
Okay.
living room watching TV, and what my daughters and my wife initially thought was a bird went flying
Okay.
through. And so they were saying, "Oh no, we got a bird in the house."
Okay.
And before I could stop myself, I said, "That's not a bird, that's a bat."
Oh sh.
And pandemonium then broke out.
I bet. I bet. Oh my God. So you
So
still caught it? Like, how'd that go?
I caught it, and it needed some time to
Hmm.
collect itself. And
Of
so we
course.
protected
Yeah.
it with a box, trying to protect
Hmm.
it from neighborhood cats and stuff like that.
Yeah. He was probably in shock.
And yeah,
Yeah.
gave it a chance to get itself together. And, it was a traumatic experience for the bat, too.
Of course.
But we got him out of the house. Um, and we have bat boxes off of our back deck. So I
Okay.
released him near the bat boxes, and he hung with us for quite a while. He
Okay.
would we had at the time we had a little tear in our screen up by one of
Oh
our
no.
windows,
Oh
and
no.
he would tuck himself up in there and and just hang from the screen
How
and
funny.
sleep. So that it was really cool. And then of course he's pressed up against the glass, so you had a absolute perfect close up look at a bat.
That's
And it was awesome. You
crazy.
would have loved it, Ant.
Oh yeah. Right, Ant?
That's the, I used to
And
work.
I know your next
I
pet I'm gonna get for you. There you go.
I used to work at the I used to work at the airport
Uh-huh.
in Vegas, and we used to see bats a lot, whether they
Yeah.
were dead or flying around ever so often. I remember a story. A kid picked one up, and got bit.
Yeah.
They had to call pest control. Had to go. I
Yep.
had to call animal control. I
Uh-huh.
remember that. That was first of all, I was like, "There's no way there's bats here." Yeah, bro. There's bats
Oh
in the
yeah.
desert. I said,
Oh
"Wow,
yeah.
that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. That's tough." But
It was a unique
I hit a deer
experience.
one time.
There you go.
It was already dead, but I hit a deer on my way to Arizona one time.
There you go. Well,
That
we
was
find we find possums all the time, and we
Yep.
found a couple. We nursed a baby possum back here before. The thing about nursing babies, anything, you got to be careful because mama could be right around the corner, and mama
Yep.
possums don't play, or mama
No, they do
raccoons, they
not.
don't play. So, but
bro.
we got lucky. I mean, not to him. I felt bad for the little guy because he ended up dying that week. But we had him for like a week. We fed him, took care of him. I did find another one at McDonald's of all places in the parking lot. And this parking lot, people are just stupid, stupid crazy, driving through all fast and stuff. And he was
Yeah.
crippled. It looked like he got hit and his back legs were broken. And we're like, we
Ah,
can't just leave him here. He's like a couple weeks old. He obviously got hit. Mom probably bounced.
right.
So, and over here, we do have exotic vets. You just got to find them. Mind you, this
Yeah.
was Saturday at 9 o'clock at night. So we're like,
Oh boy.
oh God, here we go. Thank God for
Yeah.
Google. So we ended up taking him all the way to the back part of Long Beach, um, like good 30, 40 minutes away from where I was in the middle of nowhere. And they took him, which was good, but they can't give you any updates or anything like that because it's not your pet kind of thing.
Right.
But we got lucky. The little guy wasn't rabid. He wasn't mad. He was just a little shocked and scared. So we just so happened to have a cardboard box in our back of our car. So we laid it flat and we slid him in there, put a little blanket in there and found the place. So we got lucky. We called him Gilbert the Awesome Possum. My son was really young at that time and he named him Gilbert the Awesome Possum.
Uh-huh.
So we still talk about that to today. But honestly, it's well, this will be our last wildlife question. What wildlife advice could you give to us city folk out here that know nothing about wildlife, maybe how to treat them, what to keep an eye out for, what to be respectful of, stuff like that?
Be respectful of the fact that they are wild animals. That I cannot emphasize enough. Give them their space, give them a way out. I think there was recently a video of a man getting smacked by a buffalo because he got too close.
Yeah, that dumbass. Sorry.
And that's,
That's what he gets. That's what he gets. Sorry.
yeah. And what you see in the pictures, if you've not encountered the actual animal, you have no idea how large these things are.
Oh, of course.
And a moose is a good example. Uh, you
Moose
know,
is
I
huge.
yeah, I saw pictures of moose growing up and thought, oh, deer sized. Well, then I encountered a real live moose, and my goodness, that fellow was big. So these animals can hurt you if you do not give them their space.
No,
So that
100,
that would be my number one thing.
100. Same thing
Admire
with
them from a distance, take your photos and enjoy those
mm,
later, but do not approach the animals.
marine life as well, especially you
Yes,
Californians. I just got back from Hawaii a couple weeks ago, and there's a lot of wildlife. Like we're snorkeling. I see the fish and stuff, but you're not supposed to pick them up. Especially in Hawaii, man, they're diehard for their animals, dude.
oh yeah.
They'll go they'll go brutta on you, and call their
Yep,
aunties and their tios, and they'll take you out. They don't even care. So,
yep,
but no, I agree 100%. I always try to like not mess with nature. Occasionally you'll step on a bug. I stepped on a
sure.
lizard one time, and man, my son still gives me shit about it. And this was years ago. He was like this big, and I felt really bad. I didn't see him, and I ended up stepping on him. And he's
Yeah.
like, "Dad, look, a lizard crunch." I'm like, "Fuck." And he was little too. I was like, damn it.
Oh
I
yeah.
traumatized my kid,
Yep.
and I've killed someone's dad or brother or something. I always feel bad, even with like spiders and shit. It's like
Uh-huh.
if it's not a poisonous spider, I'll usually just relocate it. I'll like pick it
Yep.
up and throw it outside or something. The
Spiders
only
do good things for us.
they
They,
do, I agree. The only thing I won't touch a scorpion because I'm paranoid as hell. My buddy had a pet scorpion and he was
oh
nuts.
boy.
Yeah, he had a
Yeah.
pet scorpion and a pet tarantula. Tarantulas are actually kind of cool. They're like
Yep. We
little
have one at
eight-legged
our
furry
park.
little things. Yeah, they're really
Yep.
friendly actually if you treat them right.
Right.
The rodents too, same thing. Mice, I had mice and hamsters, and they're one of the best pets I had. I'd have one
Yep.
on my shoulder to watch Monday Night Raw with me.
Uh-huh.
Literally would just sit on my shoulder. He'd just
Yep.
chill. Yeah. So, no, I really like that. I really appreciate you giving us the a firsthand witness outlook on nature and nature
Yeah.
life and any of that. 'Cause now, who knows? Maybe someone's going to Yosemite this week and they won't go after that squirrel, that bear, that blue jay, something like that. And we don't have to
Squirrel.
see them in the news.
You're
Yeah,
right.
squirrel. Yeah, and that's another one. They're cute, but man, they're don't mess with them either. They have sharp
Right.
ass
Yeah.
teeth. Yeah, that's why I
Yes,
say
they
don't
do.
feed the squirrels, man. Seriously. Okay. Speaking of sharp teeth, I see a lot of sharp teeth on your background there. You got a lot of logos. Do you happen
Yeah.
to know, first off, how did you come up with Minotaur Media? Why the Minotaur? I know it's a powerful logo, it's a powerful entity.
Powerful
Um,
animal.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
very animal. Isn't a mystical animal, right? A mythical animal, right? A
Yeah.
minotaur. Okay,
Mythical
yeah, it's a
animal.
minute.
Hmm.
There was actually a wrestler called the Minotaur. It was hilarious. Anyway,
Okay. Yeah.
but old Vince McMahon days in the '80s. But Minotaur Media, I absolutely love. I've always told you I love your logo. I love your colors. I love the scheme.
Thank you.
But you're welcome. Um, how many logo? Do you know how many logos you've done in your career? Like
Oh
a ballpark estimate? Thousands,
boy. The,
hundreds?
these behind me are just teams I've done work for recently.
Uh-huh.
Ever since Atlanta in April, boy, that opportunity with the ABA just caused my business to explode. And I have been really busy picking up a lot of clients.
Mm-hmm.
It's been fantastic. I always was into Greek mythology, and the Minotaur was always one of my favorite mythical creatures, half
Mm-hmm.
bull, half man.
Man. Mm-hmm.
Um, Best known for guarding a maze or being in the center of a maze. He did
Mm-hmm.
a lot of other stuff too, but that's what he's best known for. A great big fella carrying a battle axe, scary as can be,
Yep.
protecting that maze like no other. And so when I was trying to think of who I wanted to be as a business person, I want to protect my client's brand
Mm-hmm.
fiercely and help them promote it. And so the Minotaur came to mind. And then I actually realized in the word Minotaur are the letters Minor in order,
Minor.
minor, as in
Okay.
minor
You
leagues.
you you see you're very cerebral in that area. You notice that stuff. I like that.
So it just clicked with me.
I like
And I
that.
was like, yeah, we got to be Minotaur.
No, and
And
the minute I saw your stuff, and even Ant and I, we watched nationals together down here at my pad, and when you did the commercials, you had logos of all the commercial people, and then your
yep.
big giant logo. But I love flashy stuff. I love flashy clothing. I love flashy logos, and your stuff. Yeah, you could just do like a regular 3D picture, but even like the shininess that you put on the champion Austin bats, even the ABA
Mhm.
logo itself, the glistening, like that stuff stands out. I gotta ask though, because I can't do art. You put a gun to my head, I'm done. I'm done. I can't draw a stick figure. How is this all AI? I'm just asking you in general. I'm not questioning
Sure.
it. Do you draw these pictures, like, or how? That's awesome. I want to
Yeah,
hear the steps that go into this.
I usually start by sketching things out. Uh,
Wow.
and it's a horrible sketch. It's just
Well,
for
it's a rough
my
draft. That's how it works.
right.
Just
But I
like a
just want to
story.
kind of see how I get this image in my mind of what I want to create. And then I kind of see if I can put it into concrete terms as far as
Yeah.
creating an image. So I'll usually sketch it first. I use
Hmm.
some AI for things like, you know, Minotaur characters because not a lot of
Yeah.
photographs of Minotaurs.
No, of course. Of
But
course. That's what I wanted to find out. Okay.
yep, I use some AI, but I never do all AI graphics. I use
Okay.
a lot of different software programs. I piece all of my graphics together.
Uh-huh.
Uh, it drives me crazy when people use just AI and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And I can always tell how many times they've had to run it through AI
Mm-hmm.
because it gets darker and darker with every version that goes through AI. And there
Yeah.
are some out there that are so dark, it's hard for me. Of course, I'm old
Uh-huh.
and, I got the glasses on, but
Still.
it's hard for me to read the text. And
Yeah.
and that's something that I would just scroll on over. So when I
Hmm.
make stuff for my clients, I want it to be bright and colorful and attention grabbing.
Hmm.
And so putting a little shine on it, making it metallic looking, making it look
Hmm.
kind of 3D, making it really pop with color. That's what I'm all about. And
Yeah, and then the big
I'm
letters.
trying to get people to, as they scroll down through their social media and they get to one of my clients' posts, say,
Hmm.
"Whoa, I got to stop and check this out. I got to learn more
Yeah.
about the Indiana Legends. I got to learn more
Hmm.
about the Las Vegas Royals, about the
Yeah.
Austin Bats, that kind of
Yeah,
thing." So,
that's awesome. I mean, the fact that you sketch it, I mean, I'm a poet and I also like write stories
yeah.
and stuff, and I also do VOs,
Uh-huh.
voiceovers. So it's like we get sent a script, and it's like, so do you get stuff like that from your clients where it's like, I want this color, I want this animal, and then you're just like, okay, let me put that together and see what I can do?
Mhm.
Because I know with voiceovers, that's what we usually have to do, stuff like that.
It's kind of a mixed bag, really. I
Okay.
have some clients who say, yes, I want this, 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 and this. And
Hmm.
I'm perfectly happy working with that. I always try to stick with the team colors. I'm not going to put the Central Texas Chaos on a pink logo or anything like that. That's not their team
Unless it's,
colors.
yeah, unless they want that. Unless they want that. I mean, hey.
Well, yeah, that's true. But thankfully, Melanie hasn't asked for that. So, I was try to keep it professional, um, and follow everything that the client wants. My favorites, though, are when the client just says, "You know what, do your thing. I don't know what I want. Just do
Yeah,
your thing and make it look cool," because then that just opens the floodgates to me, and I ponder it for a little bit and come up with something in my head, and then go from there.
there you go. No, it's good that you can open up yourself. Like even when we ask you guys before the show, hey, is there anything off the table?
Yeah,
We're hoping that you say no, because that just
sure.
makes stuff so much more exciting. It's just so much more fun.
I'm very much an open person, so nothing's off the table.
No, I absolutely love it. So again, thank you so much. We're interviewing Eric Ivie here, episode number 110. Get the picture, from Minotaur Media LLC. Um, animal activist, girl's dad, nature. You're a nature leader as well. You've worked in the parks. I think that's super
Mhm.
cool. Real quick, we got about 20 minutes. We'll probably not hit the 20-minute mark. We're trying not to. But nationals, is there any kind of like, I know you and Ant probably have talked. Is there anything in the works for nationals? Something special, a special banner, maybe a special nationals logo you got in the going up here right now, or anything
I
like that
do.
that you can reveal or give a hint to?
I do have some concepts rolling around. I don't know if Ant's going to be making that call or if the president of the ABA, Damon Cannon, is going to be making
Mm-hmm.
that call. But I am in constant communication with Damon, which has been a real nice thing. I have learned so much more about this league and that sort of thing from Damon. I understand things a lot better than I did
Mm-hmm.
about the ABA. And so I don't know if Damon's going to be the one making that call or if Ant is, but I'm hoping I could do some graphic work for the national championship because that was a lot of fun in Atlanta and Las Vegas. I have a
It's
million
gonna be
ideas going around in
insane.
my head, and then depending on who's
Hmm.
there,
Yeah,
that
of course. Oh,
that
of course. Yeah.
that will influence the artwork a lot too.
No, absolutely. Of course. Those banners you made last year were super sick, by the way. That's one of the
Thank
things me
you.
and Ant noticed right away.
Really nice.
We were like,
Thank
dude,
you.
and he's like, and I think this is right. We knew it was going to be in Vegas, and we're like, dude, we gotta like get some sick banners. We got to do something next year. Like it's going to be really good.
Yeah,
So, all
I think
right.
it's as important to celebrate the
Huh?
teams as it is the
It's
league
okay.
during national
You
championships.
gonna need those.
Yeah.
So those banners were what we were going after. That was, Damon asked me to do those, and I really wanted to again make something that was eye-catching and that the teams who were participating in the national championship would say, "Damn, I love that. I want to take that home with us." And I think they did.
No, and especially if it's their team, they could use it at their games, and
Sure.
you put champions on it for all the regions they went. I thought that was, and that takes time, and that takes effort,
Mhm.
and that takes passion, and I respect you for that. And we saw it immediately. We're like, holy shit, those things are awesome,
Oh, thank
and
you.
that's the reaction you should be getting. So you deserve that. You're also an LLC. Can you do
Yes.
me a quick, like 1 minute favor and talk about the steps to get an LLC for an up and coming business like myself or maybe other businesses?
So in Indiana, and I don't know how it is in California or Nevada or any other state, but in Indiana, you register with the Secretary of State. You get represented by an insurance company that basically says, yes, we'll cover up to a certain amount of punitive damages if
Okay.
you go out and say something horrible about somebody during one of your broadcasts. If I was to,
Yeah.
I'll use Gerald Campbell as an example because he's retired and he knows me well enough to know that I don't believe this. But if I was to say something awful about Gerald Campbell, like he kicks puppies and
Yeah.
that sort of thing,
Yeah.
and Cam sues me, then I would have
Yeah.
some
Some
protection
kind of
there.
protection coverage.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then also, before we get into our close, Anthony's laughing. I'd probably because you're muted, Anthony. I don't know if you're talking, but you're muted. You're muted. Um, kicking puppies. That's hilarious. Um, yeah. Are you laughing about the puppy thing or someone say something else to you?
I'm laughing at both of y'all, but I'll tell you later. I'll tell you off camera.
Oh no.
That was
Okay.
crazy.
So before we get into our closing segments, I do want to ask you, I totally forgot what I was gonna ask you. Nationals pieces of work. Oh, people going into graphic design. What advice would you want to give to them?
Um, have a really vivid imagination. I've always been blessed with that my whole life. I've had a vivid imagination, and that just allows me to instantly come up with ideas and color schemes. My youngest daughter, Gabby, is really good at colors. And so she helps me if I'm just struggling about, I
Mm-hmm.
can't quite make this mesh right.
Yeah.
She'll say, well, change this color to this, change this color to that. My oldest, Natalie, is a perfectionist. And so I show her my graphics before I send them off, and she will tell me if something is a millimeter off center. I mean, that's just how precise she is. So that's my way of saying be open to feedback. I've had plenty of stuff that I've sent to clients that they're like, yeah, no, no, we don't like that.
Nope.
And
They
that's
got do it
fine.
again. Do it
Yep.
again. Yep. Take.
My goal is to make my clients happy. I want them to be happy with what the end product is. And
Mm-hmm.
if my initial vision is not what they want, then it's no good to either of us.
Yeah, we got to work it
Um,
out. Mm-hmm.
you know, Formal education in graphic design never hurts. Like I said, I don't have any. I have a college degree, but it's in sociology. It's not in graphic design.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it takes a lot of crafting. I think Ant saw some of my really early work when I was still with the Lions. I did a graphic, the Vegas Royals, because I just thought that their whole logo was super cool. And so I did kind of a personification of a lion sitting on a throne
Let's see that
uh,
one.
with a basketball. And I look back at that now and just laugh at how basic that was at the time.
Yeah.
So, um, I even look back now at my graphics in Atlanta in April and think, oh, I could have done so much better, or I can do so much better now because I'm
Mm-hmm.
constantly learning.
Uh-huh.
And so, yeah, that's constructive feedback is vital. Always pushing yourself, trying things over and over, even if they don't work the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Try a different technique to try to get the result that you're after.
And again, don't take stuff personal. I've been in radio
Yep.
for and media for I don't know how many years, and I've been called every name in the book. I've been
Hmm.
made fun of. I've been called out on my work, and then on the flip side, I've been like, oh, I've been told, oh, you're one of the best. Why aren't you in the pros? Like, and you're just like super confused because you're getting it from both ends.
Absolutely.
So, no, I love
You're
that advice because a lot of people aren't going to get that advice from a professor. They're not going to get that from dad or grandpa or something. That someone in
yeah,
the industry is telling you this. So if you guys are going into graphic design, hit up Eric Ivie on his Instagram. Instagram is Minotaur. How
Mentor
how how do
Media
you?
LLC.
Okay,
Yep.
Minotaur Media LLC. Hit him up,
And
and you guys.
I'm
I
glad you
know.
brought that up, Ricky, because you and I had a personal conversation
Mm-hmm.
fairly recently after
Mm-hmm.
some criticism,
Mm-hmm.
and that criticism I did take personally, and it bothered me greatly. And you were
Mm-hmm.
there to say, hey, basically what you just said,
Mm-hmm.
pick yourself up. You're going to get criticized no matter what.
Yep.
And the keyboard warriors of the world, they don't bother me. So all the grief I took online in Atlanta, it doesn't bother me because I don't know
Mm-hmm.
those people, and
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. If they're angry because their team isn't doing what they want their team to do, or if they're just out
Yeah.
there to stir up trouble.
Of
But
course.
when the criticism comes from somebody that I know and respect,
Mm-hmm.
um, when it's not constructive in nature, that's where I got bogged down. And so I really
Yeah.
appreciated you reaching out and saying, "Hey, man, this has been my experience. You're going to take it on the chin, left and right. At the same time, you're going to have a bunch of people saying you're the greatest thing ever." And I do have a
Mm-hmm.
lot of fans when I call games and do graphics and things like that. Way more fans than critics, and it's easy to slip into that. Wow, this person said I did a lousy job, or my
Mm-hmm.
joke was bad, or I missed the call, or what, or
Yep.
misidentified the player. Um,
I've done that many times.
you will find out in nationals, I'll warn you now, it is chaotic. There are
Okay.
so many things going on all at once. The communication
Mm-hmm.
does not always get to the media team.
Lovely.
And so you're kind of left holding the bag sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
it's difficult. We talked earlier about having to
Hey.
pivot.
Mm-hmm.
uh, that's a challenge that you have to pivot, and people on the receiving end of your broadcast aren't going to know what's going
Of
on and are going to
course.
be critical, not realizing what's happening on your end.
Mm-hmm.
And so as you told me, and as I've experienced myself, you have to roll with the punches on that.
No,
Yeah.
100%. And I'll go to Anthony right now. I just want to say one thing. Um, I've had that happen many times, both on radio. I said the wrong artist on on a local radio station out here. I mislabeled an artist of a very popular 70s song and I got railed for it. But I'll tell you one other thing. I told you this in our conversation, but I'll put it out here on the show. Daryl Norcell, who actually, unfortunately, the entire 96.7 KCAL Rocks family got fired recently because they went to automotive, and it pisses me off because Daryl Norcell was there for 42 years
Mhm.
and just the DJ made the radio show. Let me just put that out there. There's my rant. I
Yep.
was a DJ for 5 years. But he told me because I freaked out. I thought he was gonna fire me. I had a horrible day. I missed 3 songs. I missed a commercial. I hit the wrong button at times. And he's like, dude, I didn't even listen to the show. Like, don't even worry about it. He said, it's like going into a new country and not knowing the language. You got to learn it through experience. And I
Mhm.
took that to heart with my broadcasting, with my radio broadcasting, with my talk show here. We've screwed up numerous times on here, trust me. So we've said things we shouldn't have said, and we've also
Sure.
hurt feelings of people, but we've also been straight up with people. Hey, you did this. You own up to it, or people will call me out in the middle of our show, and I'll be like, yeah, I said that, but I meant blah, blah, blah. And I
Right.
don't believe in regrets either. I refuse
Mhm.
to believe in regrets. Yeah, I meant what I said when I said it, but maybe I shouldn't have said it a certain way. So I
Sure.
definitely appreciate you. You can reach out to me anytime. Um,
Absolutely. And
I
vice
know,
versa.
no, for sure, for sure. I know Ant's got something before we get to our closing segment. So go ahead. He's
Yeah.
giving me that death stare. So go ahead.
I just no no death stare is crazy. Man, listen, I'm
I'm giving you
enjoying my
crap.
liquid breakfast right now, man. Doing
I
my laundry right now,
was about to
dude.
say while doing laundry.
But
There you go.
Yes.
but um but nah, man, just it's nationals is a different nationals is a different ball game, man.
Hmm.
Hmm.
That's an experience I'll never forget. Um the atmosphere, the pageantry, everything that came with it. Um it was a great weekend. It was a great celebratory weekend.
Yeah.
When we went. Um it was just crazy to think, bro, like when you arrive to the facility, when you arrive to the gym that y'all gonna be playing in, they already have you guys on a list of who's coming, who's here.
Hmm.
I don't know if they gave press badges or anything or media badges this year, but I
We
kept mine.
we definitely should have that this year.
It had
Just
our
saying.
team logo on it. We every team had a locker room, which was really cool.
Yeah.
Um, they made sure they got all of the pronunciations right for everyone's names,
That's what I
where
try to
everybody
do.
was originally from, how many years they've been playing,
Yep.
where college experience. It was just a great experience. And to be able to and to be able to see different teams from different parts of the country
Oh yeah.
in one place, and how they run their organization, how they play, their style, um, meeting people. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
That's an experience. Though that's an experience I'll never forget in my career.
Yeah.
Um, but no, man, that's Eric kind of hit it on the head, man. And here's another thing too: you're not gonna make everyone happy.
Sure.
You can't make everyone happy with doing this, no matter what you do. In order to be great at something, you have to put in 10,000 hours. But also, you're not going to make everyone happy. Someone's not going to like what you do, and
Right.
if someone doesn't like what you if someone doesn't like what you do, then you're doing something right.
It's
You
true.
know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's and you kind of and I'll say this, for a person who does not have an expertise or a niche or a niche in what they do, and they're pretty good at it, says a lot about the person who's doing it.
No, 100%. If you don't have
You said it
haters, then
just
you're
Agree.
not doing
you
it
said
right.
you said it yourself. You don't have a degree or any expertise in
Right.
graphic design,
Yep.
and you've done multiple work, at least from what I've seen. You've done multiple jobs and have multiple clientels for different teams in particular in this league. Not just that, but revamped the entire website.
I did,
That
yes.
is ridiculous.
You
And
know, so
Check out real
you
they
ABA
know,
league dot is it org dot org dot
so
com
that
it's
so
realabaleague.com.
dot com. Yeah.
Yep.
so
Sorry, yeah.
I would say, give there's always room for improvement.
Oh, absolutely.
I will always say this: the day you stop learning is the day you die.
Hmm.
You can
Yes.
always learn from something. You can always learn something new. You can always, be different, learn how to pivot more ways than one. But it's crazy how you mentioned the fact that how you was talking about your previous work. And I still think your previous work, like you said, when you first started, is still good and still stands to this day. So that says a lot to your work ethic.
Wow, thank you.
True though. No.
So that's kind of my opinion and my take on it. But
Yeah.
you do a hell of a job with what you do, and actually having a chance to speak to you today. A real stand-up person, really stand on his morals and his values. Um,
Thank you.
it says a lot, man. And I'm happy we crossed paths, man. And
Me
if, like I
too.
said,
Yep.
if and when that time comes and you can get to Vegas, I definitely owe you a beer.
And
Sounds
he will
good.
definitely get it to you. So
Yes, he did
definitely
say.
will get
Definitely
it
owe
to
you a
you.
beer.
So So with that said, once again, you guys, you're watching Double Dribble episode 110. Get the picture with, let's just say, the man behind the art of the American Basketball Association. As you can see behind him, that's just a sample
Yeah.
of what this guy is capable of. And the fact that you freehand this, that blows my freaking mind, dude. That's so fucking cool. Sorry,
Well,
dropping
thank
one F
you.
bomb a show, but good God, man, that was freaking awesome. So we're gonna go into our closing segment right now. We're over by about 15 minutes or so. It's
Okay.
just me and Ant, so we'll cover other people. We already did Off the Hoof, which is our business segment with Drew. I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
let Ant jump in with Coach's Corner, and then I'll cover the other ones. You're not a coach, so Coach is gonna have to throw an audible on this one. Maybe it
Okay.
could be a leader standpoint, the fact that you got your daughters working with you, or you working with coaches. Maybe he'll have something to do, a question about working with coaches or working with front office or something. So the floor is
Sure.
yours, Coach McNeely for Coach's Corner.
Okay, so you have a full 9 to 5 that you do and that
Yes.
you're fully invested in and have a passion for and things like that.
Absolutely.
Um, but you also have a gift. I'll say a gift for
Thank
this,
you.
right?
Yep.
I kind of got two questions. My first question would be if you could take if you could take your career of choice, which with what you're doing now, and combined it with the graphic design that you do now, how would you put two and two together for the job that you currently work? Whether if it's like, I don't know if you guys do memos or memorandums or flyers and things like that for certain events, nature sightseeing, things like that. If that's a thing, right?
Yeah.
How would you combine your current career with your new career all at one time? And then my second question would be if you could do this, if you could do Minotaur Media, is it Minotaur or Minotaur? I want to make
It's
sure I get it right.
Minotaur.
It's Minotaur.
Okay, Min. If you can take Minotaur Media, thank you. If you could take Minotaur Media and do five businesses, say, hey, five businesses wanted to use your work, use your
That is a
services.
great
It
question.
doesn't have to just be sport. What would those five businesses be?
Damn, that's a great question.
Okay. To answer your first question, I already incorporate my skills with my full-time job. I
Okay.
built and run the department's website. I do graphic design. We put out a magazine, a 24-page magazine every 4 months, advertising our programs for the upcoming season. And I do a lot of graphic
Okay.
design for that publication. Uh, a lot of social media designs, that kind of thing. And it's the same basic concept. I want people to stop and say, hey, Hendricks County Parks and Recreation, this graphic made me stop as I scrolled through social media.
Exactly.
I wonder what they have to say. Um, so it's the same concept there. Um, I years ago I was a probation officer for 15 years.
Oh wow.
Spent
Okay.
another 5 years working in the criminal justice system
Cool. Thank
Okay.
you
in
for
different
that service.
capacity.
Appreciate you for that.
Yeah. So one of the parts that I really enjoy about working so closely with teams and their athletes is that some of these athletes are, if they weren't playing basketball, they would be doing stuff that would make me have encountered them in my previous career as a probation officer. And
Some,
so,
yeah.
um, you spoke earlier, Ricky, about people calling you a mentor or a good influence. That's what I try to be to these players too. I want them to come talk to me, and a lot of them do. Um, Over the years, some of them have gotten into some legal trouble, and I've been able to help them navigate the system and make sure they do not violate the terms of anything. So that's kind of incorporating what I do in a different way. I still believe in giving people second chances,
Of
giving
course.
people the opportunity to stay on the straight and narrow and out of the criminal justice system. And so I use that aspect of a past career also
Hmm.
in what I do with Minotaur. As for companies I'd like to work for, number one would be the Seattle Seahawks. I'm a lifelong Seattle Seahawks
Okay.
fan ever since their inception in 1976.
Seahawks,
I'd love
send
to
this
work
guy a
for.
ring, please. Send this man a replica ring at Minotaur Media.
Yep.
Okay.
Winnipeg Jets are my hockey team. I'd love to work for them.
Okay.
And then I I would probably like to work for nonprofits. Uh, somebody who's in the mental health industry. That's a very important topic to me uh, personally, and in my family, and with my friends. So I would love to work for a not-for-profit that promotes mental health.
Oh, I love that.
Um, and then, I enjoy what I do for the Parks Department. I wouldn't mind working for a not-for-profit that promotes and protects wildlife as well.
I love that. That's awesome. Wow, Ant, you got like 10 answers in one, dude. And
That's
he
hey
an-
man,
he he jumped into my
and he did
ISO.
them all too. And he
Yeah,
did
he
them all
did.
too.
You're an overachiever, as we could tell. You're running out of screen there. You're gonna need a whole new background soon.
That is
Um,
right.
right?
Yeah.
So you look like those college football players with all the Buckeye stuff or
The stickers
whatever
on their
teams, the
helmet.
stickers. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Uh,
just wanted to give my clients some love.
I got no, I love it. I think that's freaking awesome.
Thank
Our
you.
logo's not there. Just saying.
I
Get it
know
on there.
these are
I'm just
only
saying, get it on there.
teams.
I'm just giving you crap. I'm just giving you crap. I'm just giving you
I
crap,
could
dude. I'm just giving
I
you
could
crap.
make another one like this with small businesses.
There
So
you go. See, that would be cool too.
yeah,
Nice,
Definitely. And other small
nice.
businesses appreciate it. We really honestly do because it's
thank
hard to
you.
get the big names to invest in you. You know, we got lucky with Donovan. He has his business and he's been helping us get to events and stuff the last couple seasons. Places even up to San Diego. This year, I got teams in San Jose that want us to do. Obviously, Vegas wants us to do some games. Arizona, places like that, you know. So it's like we want to travel, but it's expensive, you know. So
Yeah, it
we
is.
appreciate that the help, and then the fact that you redid our logo was cool. You know, our old
Yeah,
partner Rob Hamilton and Drew put it together. I gave them the concept, they drew it, and they made it. But you made it pop, bro. I love that.
that's
I love that.
thank you. That's what I was going for.
And I absolutely love it. Okay, well, you kind of answered my question, but I'm gonna twist it a little bit because that's what I do. You said you like the Seahawks, you like the Winnipeg Jets, you know, two awesome organizations. The Winnipeg Jets have a really sick logo, by the way. I just want to put that out there.
I love the
I love
logo.
that logo. Um, so wow. My segment is called ISO. So it's like one versus one, or if you had to choose one, blah 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 blah. So for today, I literally changed it as Ant was talking. Um, you're being handed a contract to be the official artist for a pro organization. You only get to choose one. Who is it and why?
Seattle
That's a good one.
Seahawks, without question.
And why?
Uh, they came into the league when I was 7 years old, and you know, when I lived in Washington State, they were our team, and so every Sunday I'd be downstairs watching Seahawks games with my family, and that was just treasured time because
Steve Largent days, right?
yes,
Yes,
Jim Zorn,
sir.
Steve Largent,
Yeah.
Dan Dornick, Efren Herrera.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was those were good
Oh,
times,
so he
and
was. Oh, so he was around when the Seahawks went to their first Super Bowl.
Yep. The
absolutely.
the the old school colors. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So really the
yeah.
Yep. So I've been so fortunate to see them win two Super Bowls and should
heck
have won
yeah.
a third had they not
Yeah,
called
we're
some
not going
boneheaded
there.
passes.
Alexander should have got a handoff. I can't stand the Patriots. And who's the LG's a Patriots fan? We had one other person who's like a diehard Patriots fan. Is George a Patriot fan? I think it is. I
I
can't
couldn't
remember.
tell you.
We have a
Yeah.
Patriots fan here, and God, they give me crap all the time. I can't stand them. Sorry, I can't stand Tom
Give
Brady.
the ball to Marshawn, for God's
Marshawn
sake.
was a house, and you guys were on the 1 yard. I can't joke about 1 yard lines. I'm a Titans fan. So
Oh
Dyson
boy.
haunts me every day of
Yes.
my life. And Drew's a Rams fan, and he reminds me of it all the time. He'll randomly
Yeah.
just send me a picture of Dyson reaching for the goal line. And I'm like, bro, seriously, that's
Oh.
messed up. But no, that's a great answer. That's a great reason. History of an organization is really good. I'm an Angel fan. We suck. And we have some awesome people there. I've worked at the
Yeah.
organization for 16 years, you know, but I've been a fan my whole life, you know, 42 years old. So, I was a Braves fan for like, I have an NL team. Diamondbacks weren't around back then. So I like the Braves. Actually, it's a funny story, real quick. I was in the hospital the year they went to the World Series for ruptured appendicitis and
Hmm.
complications. Yeah. So I had three surgeries, one on Halloween night. But
Oh,
Ryan Klesko, there's a name for you.
uh-huh.
Ryan Klesko's sister, Pamela, worked at the hospital that I was at, which was my mom's hospital that she works at. So I met Pamela Klesko, and get this. We talked for like an hour or whatever, told her, you know, I'm a big Braves fan. I'm super bummed I have to watch World Series from a hospital bed. You know, they won the championship. I should have been ecstatic and jumping. I couldn't move. I had tubes everywhere. And
Right.
I was just like, yay, you know? And, but I got home and she got me this ball shows up at my house via FedEx. Two Hall of Famers, I'll say who they are in a minute, and Ryan Klesko on it. I'm like,
Wow.
this is amazing. And I was 12. So I was like, this is insane. Ryan Klesko, Hall of Famer Fred McGriff, and
Yeah.
Hall of Famer John Smoltz. I was like, you got to be
Wow.
kidding me right now. I
That
was
is
like,
one
what did I
valuable
do to
ball.
deserve that? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, oh my God. I just thought that story was kind of cool. So,
Yeah.
um, all right, let's go back to the logos. This is George's segment. It's called Fab Five. So now you've told us your favorite football team. You told us your overall favorite team. But now, and it doesn't have to be, five different sports. I want you to give me your top five, your Fab Five, as George would say, Fab Five logos of all time. Any era, any sport. It could be cricket. I don't really care. It could be, and they got some pretty cool logos too. Okay,
Yep.
minor leagues have some sick logos. I want to hear the order you would come up with, being the digital artist that you are. There's so many cool logos out there. All right, I'll shut
Yeah.
up. Go ahead.
There are a lot of great ones.
Right?
Of course, I would normally say Seahawks and Jets, but I've already said them.
You
So,
can say it if you want. It's okay.
uh, okay, Seahawks and Jets, Winnipeg
Okay.
Jets, that is, not the New York Jets.
Yeah.
Um,
Ah,
He's right though. The New York Jets logo sucks. Okay. Winnipeg Jets. Sorry, my
yeah.
opinions given are the opinions of those on. Yeah, whatever. Go on.
yeah.
Go on.
Um,
We get it,
We
dude.
actually have. I have to say that we have a client here that, or a guest that was on our show that worked with the Jets. So I'm
oh,
gonna
okay.
say that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Again,
and
I'm
she was
partial
awesome
because I grew
too.
up in this town,
Yeah.
but Washington State University, I love their logo, their cougar head
Washington State. So
logo.
the
The
Cougars,
Cougars,
they
Yep.
do have, and they
Cougars.
have a cool color scheme too.
Yeah, they do. Their
Okay.
crimson and gray is
Yeah.
awesome. Um, I It's not really their logo, but I love the winged helmets of Michigan.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah. It's actually, isn't it? It's supposed to, what is it? Isn't it supposed to be like a Wolverine claw or something like that?
yeah,
Michigan Wolverines.
I think
Yeah.
that's, gosh,
yeah, they're the Michigan Wolverines, but they call them the winged helmets.
is that what it is?
So
Okay,
yeah,
so Michigan.
so
Okay.
big fan of those. And the other one that comes is the old or the original Tampa Bay Buccaneers logo,
The
the
orange one.
creamsicle. Yeah, the
Oh, he had a
creamsicle
name.
one.
Didn't he have a name?
I think he did. The
Ah,
Buccaneers
Okay.
came into the league in the same year as the Seahawks,
yeah.
and
Yeah, they needed to keep those. Those were
I know
awesome.
those.
I love those logos.
That was a cool
With the
look.
sword in his mouth. I mean, the
Yeah,
Buccaneers colors are cool, and I get they're trying to just get an updated version with the flag. It's kind of cheesy, but
yeah.
and it kind of looks with the crossbones. You got the Raider relation to the Raiders, and
Uh-huh.
but man, that
That
Buccaneer
Buccaneer
with
with the knife in his mouth.
we always
Yeah.
say the same thing about the Patriots. They needed to keep the Patriot,
Yes.
the hiker Patriot. He has a
Yeah.
name too. I'm fucking up like life right now. But yeah, he that those are cool logos too. And I don't like word logos. Word logos bother me. That's another
Yeah.
reason why I'm kind of with angel stuff. Like I'll wear my angel gear and stuff, but it's literally an A. Like we need some
Kind
flashy
of
things.
Halo.
I guess I like
The
I like
California Angels hat
the CA is cool too.
that is one of the best hats ever
Yeah.
had.
I I
Very
like
retro, very classic.
No, it's
Yeah.
true. I like the LA Angels hat. I don't like the halo on the top. Because we did get some updated versions of those because we wear them sometimes. Um, but if it just had the LA without the halo, I think it would look cooler. My son's name is Lewis Aiden, and I'm an Angels fan, so I always thought about getting that logo tattooed right here.
Uh-huh.
And then putting his birthday under it. Like I still might do it. But especially being in Dodger Town, it's like, oh, LA, huh? Or what does that stand for? And I'm like, oh God, here my whole life story. I live in Norwalk, California. That's Dodger Town, bro.
Uh-huh.
So it is Dodger Town. He's closer to Dodger Town than I am. He's in Compton.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, there's a lot
Yeah.
of Dodger fans. So, nothing against them. We act I'm gonna put this out there as a teaser. We have a Dodger affiliated employee that will be joining our show shortly. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
So I'm very
Nice.
excited for this. So there's
Oh
that.
yeah.
Yeah, so don't say
Yeah.
anything yet. Don't not
Yeah.
X-nay on the Odger A. You know, I'm
That was something.
yeah, so we landed something pretty big, so I'm pretty excited for that.
Hey,
But
Hank, what is the minor league baseball team there in Las
the
Vegas?
Tower Buzzers, which is not a B. So let me explain this logo. Okay. So they're called the Ontario Tower Buzzers because the airport is right there. So it's a tower. If you look at the jersey, it is a airplane tower with a plane flying around it, but the plane is a B, a buzzer. A tower buzzer
Okay.
is a plane that gets like close to the tower. That's what it's called. It's called a tower buzzer.
I thought
They
I
made
could
it be
swear I have a minor league hat from Las Vegas that had an alien on it. Were they the Area
yes, the
I
51s?
think it's
50 the
the Aviators.
51s or something like that. They're called something else.
Yeah.
They're called something else now, but they were the 51s, I
Are
believe,
you
or
talking
Area
about? Are you talking
51s
about the
or
double A base? Are you talking about the double A baseball team?
Their colors are blue
Isotopes.
and
Was it the
gray, blue and
Isotopes?
silver.
Was
It
it?
was
Oh, that's
not the
Albuquerque.
isotopes.
No, there was 51s, I think is what they were called. Something
That's
like
ringing a
that.
bell.
I'll
Yeah.
look into it.
I'm
I'll
pretty
look
That
sure
was
it's
a
the
into it.
51s. I'm pretty
that
sure it's
was
the
a pretty
Oh,
neat
51s.
logo too.
and then don't forget. Speaking of that, the don't forget the Vegas is getting a baseball team now.
Yeah, if they say they want to keep it as the A's though, but they can't call them the Athletics. Legally, they cannot call them the
Why
Athletics. I think
now?
they should
Why
just change to a cool Vegas name
now? Why is that? I don't know
because
nothing.
someone's already trademarked the phrase Las Vegas Athletics.
Ah.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Then they can buy that though. Hey man, listen, we'll give you $1 million.
If they want. But they right now they could either be the Las Vegas A's because that's what the building's already saying, and that's the banners that are going up, or they can stop now before they start putting the banners up and get new colors, get a new logo scheme, which I think they personally should do a whole new
Start
revamp.
fresh.
But
Start fresh.
yeah, because I think when they moved over, don't quote me on this because I don't want to get sued.
Yeah, because we
But
got to think for
the
that.
A's, the part of the deal to go to Vegas was the A's get to keep the history in Oakland. So if they had museums or anything like that, they could still display all the Oakland A's stuff. They could still call them the Oakland A's for the history portion, you know? But when they went to Sacramento, another deal that I've noticed they've gone against was they were not going to display the word Sacramento on any of their stuff. And they now have patches, and they do have a jersey that says Sacramento that they wear on certain games when they're on the road. So,
Huh.
which makes no sense to me because you think they want to display it in Sacramento, but hey, it is what it is. It's a nice jersey. I'm not even an A's fan. I thought about getting it. It's really
Uh-huh.
nice. And for the record, we went to a Sacramento A's game last year and it was awesome. Very small venue, but the
Yeah.
people are super nice. The prices are good. They put the banners up. It still looks like a pro park, is where the River Cats play. So it's
Yeah.
actually, if you get a chance to ever go out there within the next 3 years, no, they did a really good job out there. So, but
Great.
I personally think they should change their name and colors. I really honestly do. Might as well go to the black and silver like everybody else in Vegas.
That's right.
Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, why not? I mean,
Yeah.
If Mark Davis buys them,
The-
never
Yeah,
know. Never know.
that's true.
So you never know. And he's in Vegas, so he sees it all the time. So, anywho, yeah, again, you guys were talking to Eric Ivy. We're just about done right now. Thank you, Eric, for hanging over the extra time. Tell the
You
girls I said
bet.
thank you for letting us steal you for about 2 hours. Um,
Sure.
Episode 110, get the picture. Perfectly named show because your digital art is unbelievable. And ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't hear earlier, see all these amazing logos behind him. Those are freehand. They started as freehand. That is freaking ridiculous. I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to let Anthony do his closing message. I'll do my closing message, and then we'll get you out of here, bro.
All right.
Anthony, what do you got to say for your
Man,
final message?
not much, man. It was just a pleasure. It was just a pleasure to actually speak to you today. Get a chance to get to know you, learn more about you.
Likewise.
I've a picked it's nice to put a face to the person that you're speaking to now.
Hmm.
Locked in. Like I said, I appreciate that you work that you do for the organization. It does not go unnoticed.
Thank
But
you.
I'm excited for what's in store for you, man. And I'm just very excited for you. And I couldn't thank you enough for spending some time with us this Saturday.
It was my pleasure. Thank you so much, Ant.
No,
Yes, sir.
I got to echo that. Again, you already know how I feel. We've talked numerous times randomly about random stuff, but
Yeah,
which is, I love it. I love the authenticity. I believe in authenticity. If you're not authentic, you're not real. That's how I
yeah,
always act in life. Again, no regrets. You meant what you said when you said it. Maybe you shouldn't have said it or did what you did because it was something you needed to do at that moment.
right.
But everything you have is all from the heart. You could tell just by the way, you put the glistening on it, you put the big letters on it so people can read these teams' logos. Oh, what does that say? I don't know what team that is. Someone blind like
Right?
me, I gotta look in a little bit. But like the
Yeah,
native Hawks, like we're actually gonna have him in next week.
yeah.
Or yeah, next week we're gonna have Chadwick, and that
Triple
logo
D.
represents his tribes and stuff. And I think that's
Mhm.
super cool how you did the wings a certain way and they represent the tribe. And people don't know that. Naptown Pirates, one of my favorite logos ever. He still owe me a jersey. Um,
Naptown Park.
he owes us a
That
jersey. He
part.
said he was
That
gonna
is.
send
That
me
Come
was.
one.
on, Coach
That
Dewey.
was.
Come on, Dewey.
That
You said
was.
you were gonna
That
send me a
was
jersey,
good,
bro. That was
man.
a great show, by the way.
That was one.
Yeah.
I
I
enjoyed
told
that
That
one.
was good.
Yeah, I mean, any of these logos are just epically cool because they come from your heart, and that's what it means the most. So don't lose that. No
He
matter
puts
how
time in it.
people are, don't let people get to you. They're gonna say, "Oh, well, that one's better than that one," or "Dude, why do you do this? Because you can't broadcast," or something like that, or why don't you just go back to broadcasting? I don't like your art. If they say that, they're freaking stupid because your art's awesome, but they're blind and stupid at the same time. But don't let them knock you down. And kick them in the face by making something better. That's all I can say about
Yeah,
that.
man.
I
Kick
Yep.
appreciate that.
ass, dude. Continue
So
to kick ass, brother.
absolutely
Thank
kick ass
you.
and take names.
You
Because they
gave a
kick ass
shout
and
out
chew
to
bubble
the.
gum. We're all out of bubble gum. Rowdy Roddy Piper.
That's
That's
right.
right. Rowdy
Ah,
Roddy
yeah.
Piper.
See?
You
Yep.
mentioned the tornado
Mm-hmm.
that
D
affected the
Delaware.
Delaware dogs.
Hmm.
Here in central Indiana, we had some significant flooding,
Oh my
and
God.
Yep.
especially in
Yes,
the
you
town
have.
of Newcastle and Henry
Newcastle.
County, Indiana, which is the home of the Indiana Legends,
Oh wow.
who
Okay. Well,
I call
prayers to them
games
too.
for. And so I just wanted to send my thoughts out to the folks in
Oh,
Henry County, Indiana,
100.
as well as those in Dover. Um, Mother Nature can be
She
cruel.
don't play,
And
bro. I mean,
yeah,
Colombia, we could send our condolences to Colombia as well. That 7.5 that they just had. Hawaii's
yeah,
having, I literally just got out of Hawaii like 2 weeks ago, and now they're having like tsunamis. And it wasn't the island I was on, but they got tsunamis all over. So prayers to them as well. And prayers to anybody who's struggling. Like you talked about mental health. Mental health is real. Look at Hayden Panettiere, unfortunately, one of my childhood crushes growing up, and great actress and just the shit that
absolutely.
she had to endure that people don't even know about. Like if you watch
Yeah,
HBO Max has a lot of really good documentaries on I don't get paid to say this. There was a Boy Band Confidential one that's really good. The Nickelodeon one I believe is on there as well. Screw Dan Snyder, you douche fuck, I hate you. Anyway, any guy who can do that to a child, you can suck a long one. That's all I gotta say about that. I'm very passionate when it comes to this shit. I'm
how
sorry.
do you really feel,
But
Ricky?
I absolutely hate Dan Snyder. Sue me, Nickelodeon. I don't care. I got nothing for you to take. Anyway, and it sucks because like
It's tough.
I was a big Disney kid growing up, but I did watch Nickelodeon. Who didn't watch Guts? Who didn't watch Double Dare? Who didn't watch stuff like that? Hey Arnold, stuff like that. That
Yeah,
was my era. But F Dan Snyder, and he ruined one of my favorite shows because now I know he was in it. Good Burger, loved Good Burger too, but Dan Snyder can suck a fat one. Anyway,
I thought
on my
I don't
last,
think that I don't
what?
think that had anything to do with Good Burger too, did he?
I don't know if he was in two, but I know he was one of the directors, I think, or something. Because I
Oh, he
know
was. Oh, he was.
he's still the CEO or whatever he was at that time. I don't know, but he was part one for sure because he played the manager. Anyway, screw
Oh
Dan
yeah, no, for
Snyder,
sure.
and one more time, screw Dan Snyder. Final question. Let's get serious now. See, I told you we're chuckleheads. We can go from anything to anything. Um,
sure.
I'm talking shit about this guy because he got look at this segue. He earned a legacy of an asshole, of a pedophile, of a rapist, and I will say it out loud, and I don't give a shit who knows. F Dan Snyder, you're a rapist, you're a pedophile, and you don't belong on this earth. Anyway, legacy for you.
Damn.
What legacy do you want to leave
Wow.
for your family and for your business? You can go in any order.
For my family, when it's time for me to take my dirt nap, I want them to be able to say he was a good person.
Okay.
And that's important to me.
Oh, they
I'm not
definitely
always
will.
perfect. I'm not always perfect. I make plenty of mistakes. I have made plenty of mistakes, but I just try to be good to other people, and I hope that my family sees that.
Mhm. Oh,
For
trust
my
me, they.
business,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh, go
thank
ahead.
you.
No, go ahead.
For my business is very much the same thing. So when Ant was saying all of his kind words about me earlier, that really means a lot to me because I pride myself on going out of my way for my clients and providing them a top-notch product. Um, uh, I even, for instance, last night I sent an updated schedule to the Arizona Gila Monsters after a change in logo on one of their
Hmm.
opponents and a change of team name on another one of their opponents. They didn't ask for it, but I knew about the changes, so
Yeah,
I
it'll look
just
better
sent
on
it to
his
them
schedule. It'll
because,
look good on his website. Yeah.
yeah. So I want my client.
Look at you taking the initiative.
Class act. That's a class
Yeah,
act, bro. You don't have to do that
thank
kind of
you.
shit, you know? And I appreciate that personally. I was a former interim GM. I get it. I appreciate people who take that extra time, people who are
Yeah.
efficient, people who have stuff planned. Another rant real quick. I mean, you're an announcer, you know. If you don't have the information 20 minutes before the game,
Yes.
you're scrambling, and I
Yeah,
hate to scramble. That's why I
I do
get so
too.
like this. If I'm like, what do you mean you don't have a lineup? It's an hour before the game. I should have had this 3 days ago. Like,
Yes.
and I work with colleges that
God, that
still.
drives me nuts.
Oh, colleges too are notorious for it too. Oh, baseball. Oh my God. Oh, I'll give it to you
Yeah.
before the game. I'm like, bro, you have 15 people. I shit you not, Eric. There was a team that had 50 people.
Oh my
It
God.
was La Sierra University. Shout out, sorry, La Sierra. La Sierra University, Riverside, California. They had a 50. I don't. It was a summer game, but they had 50 people on their
Uh-huh.
squad, and I had to write them all down because I didn't know who was coming in the game. I'm like, are
Right.
you freaking serious right now? This is insane. Or get the ones with no numbers. I did summer ball and they didn't have numbers. Anyway, off of
Yeah.
me, back to you. Let me tell you something right now. The fact that your girls even want to help you, the fact that your girls are giving you the advice that they're giving you, they've obviously learned your business aspect. They've learned your business drive and the heart that you have for your business. So I guarantee you, your girls, even if they don't say it, they see what you're doing. They appreciate what you're doing. Obviously, they're helping you do it, so they want to be part of it. So
Hmm.
you should be very proud of that. Honestly, I've seen your Instagram. I've seen a lot of the stuff that you
Thank
guys
you.
do. Keep being the family man you are. Treat your queen the way she deserves to be treated. Treat your princesses the way they
Absolutely.
deserve to be treated. Don't let no one walk all over you. I know that's hard. You're in a house full of women. You got to keep that respect level a little higher. Shout out to those mamas, those aunties, those grandmas out there that single mamas. It's hard. I'm a single dad. I get it. It's not easy, but shout out to our strong women out there, most definitely,
Yeah,
athletes or not,
absolutely.
100%. So again, Eric, dude, you're stuck with us for life, dude. I don't know what to tell you. And
Awesome.
I guarantee you this show's gonna affect somebody, especially maybe a graphic artist coming up, because that's a hard business to go into, So if they see this show, like, hey, this guy started from nothing. He freehands these amazing logos. They're not all AI. Like that, again, that's just
Yeah.
ridiculous to me, Eric. Like that's just I'm looking at these logos, I'm like, bro, I couldn't even draw the nose on that lion, let alone the whole lion with the ball and the name. And that's freaking awesome, dude. Keep it up. Don't lose the
Thank
passion and
you.
don't let your daughters lose passion for whatever it is they want to do. Back it. If it's not illegal, it's not dangerous, and it's not dangerous to them, let them do it. Let them
And
do it.
even if it is what they don't, and even if it is, nobody else needs to know. Just don't tell
That's
nobody.
right.
Absolutely. Keep it with social media these days, keep it between y'all. So again, y'all,
Absolutely.
this was episode 110, and I knew this was going to be a good show because we have a great relationship with Eric
Excuse me.
Ivie. You're always welcome back. You know that. We'll probably get you back before
Thank
nationals.
you.
Well, we're going to work hard to get you into Vegas, but you got to be there sitting next to us. So episode
That
110,
that
get the
would be a lot
pick.
of fun.
Let's make it happen. Eric Ivy, get the picture. Coming up tomorrow, we do have double dip this weekend. Tomorrow at again, same time, 1 p.m. Eastern time, 10 a.m. Pacific time. We're talking to someone we've already talked to, but we talked to him about ABA last time. This time we're going to talk about the CCYL, the BTA, and his team in the Dominican Republic. Eric might know this guy, Guy Riddick from the Connecticut Apex, formerly the Connecticut Surge, is going to be coming back to us. So we'll see him tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll see some of y'all coming up in the weeks and the months. Don't forget, season's right around the corner. Take Your Shot Media Crew's going to be there. It's just a matter of where the hell we're going to be. Eric Ivey's going to be working literally every day. Hit him up on Minotaur Media on
Pretty
Instagram.
much.
Again,
Yep.
yep, there you go, right? Take Your Shot Media Crew, take underscore your underscore shot
Yep.
underscore media underscore crew on Instagram. Hit us up. We're looking for bookings now. Once I find out my college schedule, we're gonna go out. We're going. We want to go north. We want to go to Arizona. We want to go to Colorado. We got Colorado teams now. We want to travel.
Yeah.
Hit us up. Let's make it happen. Let's have a great day. Everybody affected by the earthquakes, the tornadoes, the tsunamis, we love you. We're praying for you. Keep your head up. Keep your heart forward. And remember, guys, cherish your family, love your family. And remember, when life hands you the ball, take your
Take your
shot.
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 We're out of here.